Reality Transurfing is one of the greatest teachings and models of reality that I have come across when it comes to consciously creating the reality the way we desire and consciously manifesting our lives the way we actually want to live. Now, this reality transurfing model on reality was developed by a Russian quantum physicist named Vadim Zealand, and he formulated this theory through his exploration of consciousness, nature of reality, and the principles of quantum physics. And I truly believe if we understand the reality transurfing model along with the foundational teachings of Vedanta, we can truly master this reality and live the way we actually want to live in this material world. So in this video, we will look at 7 important principles and teachings of reality transurfing in order to create and manifest the life that we actually want to live. The Adhvaitha channel is about conscious living and conscious creation. Here we explore Vedanta and other spiritual teachings from India to understand the nature of reality and to consciously create our lives. So make sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel to help us spread this knowledge. Now let's come to the principle 1 of reality transurfing. This is alternative space. This is the concept of parallel realities. Now all of these might sound strange to some of you. So just listen to this with an open mind and just think about this as a theory, as a model of reality. This is just a way to look at reality and to understand reality. Now this first principle tells us that all variations exist right now. Now imagine your own life and imagine different variations and parallel realities of yourself, and imagine how different parallel realities of yourself can be. Right now, let's say you have a certain type of car, and in another parallel reality you might own something else. Like this, imagine an infinite number of parallel realities, each of which is slightly different than one another. And there are parallel realities in which you have a better life, a more positive life where you are experiencing more abundance, more joy, more spiritual progress, etc. At the same time, there are parallel realities in which your life is worse than what it is today. And reality transurfing model tells us that we can actively choose to shift our reality and experience a different life. So it is not that we are creating anything in this world, we are simply shifting our reality to a parallel reality in which the reality that we want to experience already exists. So this is a boundless realm and there are infinite opportunities, and we can consciously choose a reality that we want to experience in our own life. And our mind is simply an instrument which can experience time linearly. So even though the reality itself is already full and it's already complete and all parallel realities exist simultaneously in the present moment, we are not aware of it. We are only experiencing one aspect of reality. This is the nature of the mind. So all we can do is, through the power of the present moment, we can change our being to change the track in which we are in to experience a different reality. So this is all about the alternative space. Now the second principle that I want to discuss about reality transurfing is the wave of fortune. So this is nothing but a wave of interconnected experiences and things that can happen in your life which are positive in nature. Now in each and every one of our lives, we can look at someone who has attracted a lot of abundance, a lot of good things in his or her own life. This is the wave of fortune. You know, when we look at someone who is successful in their career, in their relationships, in their health, etc., it will seem to us that whatever they do, good things happen to them. Whatever they touch becomes gold. This is the wave of fortune. And reality transurfing tells us that each and every one of us can make this a part of our lives. It tells us that by aligning with the positive currents and by aligning our intentions with our goals, by understanding the dynamics that is explained in the transurfing model, we can access this wave of fortune and actually ride this wave of fortune to experience a series of positive circumstances, events, and things in our lives. Now, the third principle that we'll talk about is the pendulum. The pendulum is an energetic force, it's a mass consciousness. We can look at many examples here. We can take a religion, we can take a political party, we can take a celebrity, or we can take a country as a whole. Now, each of these things by themselves are an energetic force. If we talk about religion, religion is a mass consciousness. It's a group of people thinking in same way. It's one ideology and one school of thought which is guiding and which is controlling the lives of millions of people. This is a religion. And these kinds of things is described as a pendulum in reality transurfing. So these are nothing but energetic forms which are controlling our lives unconsciously. Now look at your own life. What are the things that are controlling you unconsciously? What are the things that you have identified yourself with? Whether it is a particular religion, whether it is a particular country, whether it is nationalism. Now the reality transurfing model is not telling us that this is good or bad. So whether it is a religion, whether it is nationalism, it is not necessarily good or bad. But we need to simply be aware that our behavior and our thinking is being controlled by these institutions and these pendulums. So we need to choose whether it is the right direction for our lives. Many pendulums are unconsciously controlling us and we are being victims of them. So this is what we need to understand and this is what we need to break away from in order to gain true autonomy and in order to walk our own path to create the life that we actually want to live in this world. Now the fourth principle is the mirror principle. Now this is a very wonderful concept and we are actually planning to make a separate video on this very topic. But just to give you a summary of this principle, we need to understand that the external world is a reflection of our internal states. However, we think, we feel, the belief systems that we hold, and the worldview and the self-view that we hold about ourselves and this world, such a kind of external world is created for us. And such a kind of reality we create for ourselves. So this is very important to understand. Through our identity and our personality, we think different thoughts, we feel different emotions, and we hold different belief systems. And these things project certain types of vibrations into this external world. And the world is simply reflecting back to us those same vibrations through different circumstances and events in our lives. So in order to create positive life circumstances, positive events, positive things in our life, we must cultivate positive thought patterns, positive belief systems, and positive emotions. And we need to simply come to a realization that a positive internal state creates a positive life for us. Now, the principle 5 is about the induced transition. This is about how we can transition from this particular plane of existence, from this particular reality, to a parallel reality that is more favorable to us. The reality transurfing model tells us that by aligning our thoughts, our intentions, our emotions, and our energy to our outcomes and goals in life, we can consciously induce a transition to that reality that we want to experience. And by understanding the induced transition principle, we can know that at any point in time, we can take responsibility of our reality, and by changing our internal state, we can change the external circumstances and we can change our life itself. Now the principle 6 is about the balance of coordination. Here we need to understand that by giving excessive importance to our goals and desires, we are pushing them away and we are creating unnecessary resistance. The reality transurfing model tells us that most of us do not experience the desired life that we want to live because we give excessive importance to our goals and desires. And through this, an artificial resistance is created, and the desired life that we want to experience is pushed away from us. So we need to understand that by actually reducing the importance of our desires and goals, we can manifest them more easily and faster. And this is where Karma Yoga comes in. We had made a video on how to use the principles of Karma Yoga in order to live a joyful life. So Karma Yoga talks about the principle of surrender, and I think it is very relevant here. And when it comes to coordination and balance, we also need to understand the importance of mind-heart connection. So whatever our goals are, our mind and our heart both needs to be aligned in that direction. So living an ideal life is not only about consciously choosing a desire or a goal for our lives, but it is also about emotionally connecting with it and bringing our heart to accept that goal as a goal for our life, through which our mind and heart both work together in order to make it happen. Now, the seventh point that I wanted to discuss was the teaching of Vedanta on consciousness. What I felt after studying the reality transurfing model is that although the model itself is very elegant and it shows an individual how they can create their life they actually want to live, this model is incomplete. Reality transurfing does not talk about consciousness a lot. It does not go into the true nature of reality. This is where the teachings of Vedanta comes in. Once I started to understand the teachings of reality transurfing, along with the foundational understanding of Adhvaitha Vedanta, it was then that everything started to make sense for me. So it is important for you to understand the nature of consciousness as explained by Adhvaitha Vedanta. So basically we need to understand that pure consciousness is the ultimate reality. Consciousness is within which the universe itself has emerged, and the duality that we are perceiving is simply an illusion. If you want to explore all of this in greater detail, then we had made an extensive video on the teachings of Adhvaitha Vedanta. So you can watch this next to truly understand the nature of reality itself as explained by the ancient Vedanta. Thank you. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one. If you liked the video, check out this next and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you and welcome to our community.